OECS civil aviation ministers sat down at the Cocoa Palm Resort to discuss the status and future of the civil aviation sector in the global and sub-regional context. Rosemond James is the director of the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority. He gave an overview of the many complex issues plaguing the industry, from the soaring cost of air travel, fueled by high oil prices, and the global recession, to policy decisions like the UK government's planned increase on air passenger duties. The region also has to grapple with concerns over crash and air safety records and security in the war on terror. James says increased training and the proposed draft aviation security regulation are aiding the modernization of aviation in the OECS.
While the world is experiencing a global shortage of aviation personnel, we in the region must continue to invest in the training and development of our people. In this regard, the Eastern Caribbean Authority has been instrumental in bringing the ICAO seminar on aerodrome certification and aeronautical studies to the region.
The Director of Economic Affairs at the OECS Secretariat says modern air travel is vital to the integration of a region separated by sea. Randolph Cato says this mode of transportation is the backbone of the trade and tourism industries.
Civil aviation has been deemed a prime catalyst for economic development. In fact, civil aviation serves as the lifeblood of two sectors that have been driving economic development, certainly regionally, certainly in the OECS, and even internationally.
The vexing issue of the perceived high cost of air travel underpins the facilitation and expedition of the much-touted unfettered movement of people, goods and services. The authorities are also perplexed by the never-ending woes of inefficient airlines that continue to flounder despite government intervention.
Further, while traditionally many airlines have turned to government for subventions to alleviate their financial woes, that's simply no longer possible. Governments just can't bail them out again. They don't have the money to spend on salvaging unprofitable operations and unprofitable airlines.
The ministers and experts are seeking to rationalize the civil aviation sector in congruity with international standards on the advice of autonomous regulatory bodies. They are cognizant that factors like the high cost of operations, climate change, the global economic downturn, and struggling airlines threaten to diminish any well-intentioned policy decisions made at the committee meeting.